Everything changed on that fateful day. Looking back, I know that whatever we did changed our lives forever.
The sky raptured and something strange came through.
It was a great adventure. It showed us how little we knew about the universe.
It was scary, yet magical.
I wish we could do it again.
What are your plans for the rest of the week? Because you still have to go to school. You may not have anything that you want to do at school. You may have a montage you want to do of how things generally go. Or we can cut straight to another after-school scene or a weekend scene. What is the next stage in your plan, and when and where are you going to execute it?
Like, in terms of what Becky's thinking, I think she is very she wakes up with renewed vigor. I feel like she had Moo at the end of her bed, and I think that she's been thinking a lot about what Moo might need beyond just food and basic care. Obviously, Annabeth had that moment where she tried to connect with Moo and tried to grasp the concept of like a missing parent, and trying to figure out, I think, more about what Moo is and Moo's sense of family. Like, I can imagine that she probably like lay in bed, and because she herself misses her mum, probably had a sort of moment where she sat with Moo and maybe grabbed like some photo albums and tried to connect, not mentally, but just kind of said, oh, I can imagine it can be really weird being in a strange place with all these people that you don't know, and showed Moo like pictures of her mum and her as a child and her mum kind of like together. So I think that when Becky comes down for breakfast the next day, she says to Annabeth when she can get her alone, do you think that maybe we should try to find a way of getting Moo home?
That's a very big and very good idea, Becky. But I think also, I don't know. We probably should, like, that would be the responsible thing to do, right? But also, I kind of just assumed Moo's mom would come back.
But what if she can't come back?
Oh, hang on.
There was a big hole in the sky, and that's how they came through, but then the hole was gone. What if she can't get back? What if we need to make the hole come back again?
You're right. Oh my gosh, you're right. But we don't know how to make the hole. Dr. Raff knows how to make the hole.
So we could go to Dr. Raff's house?
Would they? I don't know. I don't know if they would have let him take his research, but also there was that letter from his ex that said they sent over, or like they gave Dr. Raff he could. Becky, and I put both my hands on her shoulders.
Yes.
You're a
in that
genius.
way that, like, am I about to be in trouble? Because normally when you get the hands on Becky's shoulders, it's like a Becky. Like a,
No. This is a gleeful Becky. You're a genius. She gives you a little kiss on the forehead and runs up to her room.
Oh.
I think Becky just
Like,
I think that like she probably like goes speeding off back to her room where Moomoo's kind of sitting on the bed and is just like, Moomoo, I did it.
like from across the hall, you can just hear the sounds of like paper flying, like things being thrown about, like in a rush. And in her room, Annabeth is like sits down, like sitting down, trying to find like spare notebooks and stuff, and begins to formulate a plan, like a list of things that we need to do, and like just noting down Becky's idea so that way it doesn't get lost.
Okay.
And honestly, I think Becky would just want to share that with the group as soon as possible afterwards. So,
okay. Let's say that you meet up at school and it's a regular school week. You're still getting close to the school holidays, so there's a lot of unfocused children. It's fairly easy to goof off and pass notes and not take things too seriously from an academic point of view, unless you're Annabeth, when you always take things seriously from an academic perspective.
Thank you.
You can form a plan, and you can decide if you are all in agreement in character to go to Daniel Raff's house.
all right. So we meet. Are we meeting at the Wendy house? Of course we are. Becky comes running in. Moomoo is like sort of in Becky's like. I like to imagine Becky has a satchel, but it's just covered in like it's been doodled on, it's been drawn on. There's like little badges and stickers and stuff all over it. Becky kind of like comes running in with Moomoo, kind of little head poking out. Once we reach a certain area where there's not really many people around, Moomoo's allowed to stick their head out and have a look around. So she comes barreling in first, and then I think probably she would be with Annabeth. So she likes to do this thing now where she likes to pretend that she gets there before Annabeth. So she sort of like starts running when she gets towards the house, and then gets in there and she's like, I beat you! Like it's a
job,
I'm not late!
Jessie might be kind of casually kicking my football back and forth with Kimberly as we head to the Wendy house. And then I think as we get there, Jessie's like, okay, what's the plan, gang?
Becky, it's your idea.
Becky's in the middle of playing Moomoo. She's not normally the person that contributes to these conversations. Everyone else normally decides, and then she just kind of goes along with it. So she kind of like continues playing, and then she goes, huh? Me? Oh, yeah. Me. Okay. Like pulls out her jacket a bit. Okay, so I was up late with Moomoo last night. I mean, like not too late. I did get some sleep, like don't worry. But I was up late, and while we got talking, and I was showing Moomoo like pictures of my mom and stuff, and trying to see if Moomoo could kind of understand like missing your parents. And it made me think, like, what if the big hole in the sky went away after Moomoo's mum went through it? But what if she's trying to get back and she can't because there's no hole in the sky? And what if what we should do, and she kind of thinks back to Annabeth, what responsible thing to do would be to reunite Moomoo with their parents. So it's great having Mumu around, and I really miss them, but we also can't look after something so big for so long without our parents finding out eventually. And we'd be in really big trouble.
Okay. So the plan is we get Mumu home?
Mumu go home. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the shortened and easier version of what I said. Yeah, we get Mumu home, but probably the person that knows how to do that is Dr. Raff.
Yeah.
You want us to talk to him?
Absolutely not.
Break in.
Wait, hold on.
Now
Absolutely.
that is plan,
Ho-
Kimberly.
Hold on. Wait.
Here comes
So-
Jesse.
Wait, let me follow this. So Daniel Raff knows about the hole in the sky and how to get Mumu
He
back.
calls the hole in the sky.
Right. And so we're going to break into where?
Well, his house, I guess.
Hit.
Oh, he's
Okay.
a scientist. I mean, Annabeth is a writer. She writes everything down. Scientists are bound to have to write down all of those equations. Think how many workbooks we have with all of our science class stuff. Do you think that big scientists that have to work all that stuff out don't have to write it down somewhere?
Jesse, if it helps, either we break into the loop or we break into Dr. Raff's house. And thinking logistically about what's easier.
Becky's
I
eyes
think-
light up at the idea of breaking into the loop.
No, Becky, no. Okay, so hang on. What is Becky? What's your last name?
Stuart.
So I was speaking with. So I wasn't. I was listening. Becky was speaking with Mr. Stewart last night, and they were having this conversation because Becky, who has been so on it and so clever recently, like seriously, guys, it's
I really like how
really
you
impressive.
say the word recently there.
Yeah. Anyway, Becky was talking to her dad, and they were talking about the stuff at the harbor that makes the things levitate. It's called neodymium, which we saw the pictures of Mumu's parent levitating, but Mumu has not yet levitated. Right? I think there's a way that we could get Mumu to levitate, because the thing is, the hole is in the sky, and we aren't going to be able to contact Mumu's parent on the other side. How are we going to get a message from? We don't even know if they are going to be able to understand us. Like, Mumu, like, communicates on, like, a telepathic kind of psychic level. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to get my thoughts through a hole in the sky. But we could get Mumu through a hole in the sky if we can teach Mumu how to fly. Okay? You're all looking a little bit lost, and I really need you to start reading more science fiction, like even comics, guys.
No, Becky's following. Becky's following.
I'm
Becky's gonna
with
start
you.
drawing diagrams. Becky's like, okay, she's like,
Okay.
She's like, step one,
Right,
get a
the
hole in the
magnet.
sky. Step
So
two, Mumu flies through. These
Yes.
are the 2 steps.
okay, I'm sure it's gonna be more
Prophet.
complicated than that. Kimberly, I need you on side.
This whole time, I've been packing my bag, which has written on the side, Team Distraction Force.
When did you learn how to embroider?
Oh, no, it's marker. But then I go, I've been preparing for this whole time. And I open up a cabinet that and it is just filled with those little firecracker things that you just throw on the ground. It's like, distraction. Nothing. It's like the tiniest little effect.
Kimberly, do your
Yes.
parents know that you have those?
You're not gonna oh, sorry. You're not gonna stitch on me, are you?
Annabeth walks over and she holds out her palm for
Mhm.
one.
I give over. I give over a couple.
I put them in my school bag and then I turn around and I carry on talking. So I know that it seems a bit far-fetched, but there must be like, I'll be honest, science isn't my strong suit. They were talking, and Mr. Stewart was explaining it, and I think if we go to the Magnitude Harbour, we're gonna find something that Moo can eat that is not us going to the power station and shutting down the power grid to feed Moo. And if we feed whatever we can find to Moo will then be able to fly. And once Moo knows how to fly, we can then work on the notes that we're going to get from Dr. Raft's house. This sounds so complicated. I swear when I read books, it's way more straightforward than this.
No,
But
I get it. I get it. We break in, take his stuff, read stuff, give to Moo, get Moo to fly. Yeah, I just basically add that little flow diagram that Becky's made. I just put in like, which is definitely scribbles and not actual letters. And like, yeah, easy. I get it. Let's go break into his house.
okay.
I just want to draw everyone's attention to Jesse's face this entire time.
Jesse, your dad won't get fired if we get caught at Dr. Raft's house.
I'm just okay. So
Mhm.
we want Moo to fly.
We want Moo to fly.
We're going to break into Daniel Raff, who is now a teacher at our school's house, and steal his stuff.
Yep.
So we can learn the secret to make the hole in the sky.
Also to feed Moo because we still have to take care of Moo while we figure out how to make the hole happen.
Okay.
Because we can't take care of Moo if we don't know about Moo, and clearly they know about Moo because I like bring out the photos again. I was like, they know.
Okay. I just this is not the plan I was expecting for some reason. I don't know why I expected something different.
Jesse's in, you guys! Hooray!
Dr. Raff has already started asking questions about us. If we keep delaying, if we keep trying to keep everything on the down low, eventually he's going to find out, or he's going to do something drastic to try to get more information. We need to be proactive.
Becky is right. We need to be proactive. He was talking bad about us to the deputy head, and then there was
Mostly
one
about
thing I
Becky.
will not stand for, which is people saying that we are drama, because we are the most normal and least dramatic kids in this entire school.
Yeah.
The least dramatic kids who are about to break into someone's house. Okay.
Jesse.
I'm very sneaky.
I know you are, Becky. I've witnessed your sneakiness. Okay. Listen, I am
On board.
I guess I have to be.
Do you
I
not
mean-
want to be the one to sneak in?
You're not going to be the one to sneak in.
I'm the best one to sneak in.
I understand that, Becky, but if anyone's gonna get caught at Daniel Raff's house, if we get caught, not saying we're gonna get caught, but if we get caught, we might get caught breaking into a man's house. It's not gonna be you.
Yeah, Mum would kill me. I would be so dead. And yeah, it's not happening. Jesse is right. Like, the thing is, if you're like waiting outside, you could warn us and then you could run away and hide.
I think Becky like takes a breath as if to argue, and then she can kind of see that the two of you are like really set against this, and you just watch her kind of like release this breath, and she doesn't look happy about it at all. But
I was gonna say, seeing that, then I'm like, okay, be brave, Kimberly. You know, I feel that maybe we would be best served as Team Distraction Force on the outside, where these two could be Team Face. You know, like the A team, they always have to have good talking people, and where we could be the other ones. I actually fall asleep during that TV show. I don't really like it. But we could be if they need rescuing, you and I could do it.
Also, if this helps sell it, you can hold Moo outside because I don't want Moo to be in Dr. Raff's house.
Very
because
important.
honestly, I'm not. Dr. Raff is making me feel a little bit weird at the moment because on one hand, I thought he would want to help, but then on the other hand, he seems a little bit erratic. And like if he had Moo, he would go marching straight back to the loop with Moo in tow and demand his job back. And honestly, grown-ups suck. So
I think Becky is not going to argue at this point. Like she feels very outnumbered, but she's clearly a little like sulky and a little frustrated by this. But she kind of just goes, "Okay, fine, we'll do it your way."
Oh no.
Becky has opinions on things sometimes, guys.
I don't want Becky to be angry. I don't want it to be my fault.
It's cool. It's fine. It's fine.
Throughout this conversation, who's got Moo? Where's Moo?
Oh no! Look down to the ground.
Where's Moo?
Like
Moo
Moo
gets
has
free
laughed
range
around Becky, but Becky's definitely become very distracted in the last 5 minutes. So
oh no!
Has she been with you?
Yeah, so last we saw, probably Moo was like plopped next to Becky, just coming out of Becky's satchel, but yeah.
So throughout this conversation, she's had a little bit of an explore. She's done her sort of habitual looking around, see if there's anything worth eating, licked a couple batteries, and then she's made her way back over to you. And throughout this conversation, she's just been lying next to you with her head sort of on your lap. She's been very quiet and sort of sleepy. It's not really like her.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm having like a Tamagotchi panic right now. I'm just like, what do you need? Is there poop to clear up? Do we have like okay, so I think Becky has kind of like been like sort of absent-mindedly stroking Moo's head then. And am I able to just suddenly notice that this is happening, or?
Yeah.
I think she'll kind of look down, and then she'll go. She'll, as they kind of like continue with their plans, she'll say, "What's wrong? Do you need some more food or fresh air?" Oh, you're hungry.
Rests her head back down again.
I think that whatever we're going to do, that's going to cement Becky's decision to just not argue the point at this point. And she'll say, I think whatever we need to do it quick. Moo doesn't seem very well right now.
Okay.
Hey, Becky.
Yes.
Do you want to meet your dad after school today?
As in, like meet him how? I see him every day.
Should we go pick up your dad from work today?
You and me?
Yeah, I'll come.
You want to come with me to meet my dad?
Yeah, Jesse, are you cool to take Mumu tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Squint suspiciously.
We're gonna be late to school. We should probably get going.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
So you're going to school for the day?
Yes.
Okay. Anything interesting
All of the
happen?
day?
All of the day?
I was going to say,
Half
yeah.
of the day?
I feel like we need to put this plan into action. I feel like we might need to, and dare I say
Nah.
it, Beth, I might need you Sky school.
I have a plan. I
Okay.
have a plan, and we just need to go to school for the required amount of time. And then after school, everyone should go home.
But are we not going?
We need to go pick up your dad from work.
Are we not going to Daniel Raff's house?
Not in the daylight hours. We're not.
Would it not?
Oh.
No, but
Just a thought. Daniel
Hang on.
has time at school.
and then
I
he
know,
lives
I
at
know,
his
I know.
house.
I need a day. I know Mumu is hungry. We can ditch school tomorrow. I just need a day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Above table, I'm trying to understand what the new plan is because
No, it's the same plan.
Struggling.
I want to see the Magnetrine Harbor before we rock up. Because if we I want to see what it looks like right now. and
Oh,
I
you
wanna
want to
go pick-
scope it out?
I want to scope it out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
need-
you
I
want to
need
scope
a
out
day.
the Magnetrine Harbor, and then we're gonna do Daniel Raff.
Yeah.
And Magnetrine
Right,
Harbor
okay.
Yeah.
tomorrow. Is that the plan?
We can even do it tonight if you want, or we can do it tomorrow during the school day. But I
feel
really
like we
think
should.
that we need to take a day and think this through more than you had an idea at breakfast, and then by lunchtime we've broken into a man's house.
What about initiative?
Like, I want to see the Magnetrine Harbor. I want to see what Dr. Raff is doing during the day, and I probably at lunchtime go to the library and use a map and locate where his house is, because right now I've got an envelope, or I've got the copy of an address that was on an envelope, but I don't actually know where he lives. So I need just like a little bit of time.
Reconnaissance time.
I need recon time.
I'm gonna say Great Yarmouth is a fairly small town.
Mm-hmm.
You would know the look. You would probably be able to find that location fairly easily. It's in a part of town called Belton. You know where that is.
I know. I just want to look. I want to look it up like on a map, and
Okay.
also I want to get a copy of the yellow pages and take a copy of his phone number,
Okay.
his home phone number. This is gonna be relevant in case of emergency.
Okay.
I don't think
Backup
we
plan.
were prepared for the preparation.
You were prepared for the preparation, but Annabeth is nothing if not a prepper. Like, do you really think that I'm gonna propose this absolutely wild scheme and then not lay the groundwork so we actually stand a chance? Can we do a montage?
Absolutely, we can do a montage. Let's do a montage of the school day and see what sort of preparations we're going to be doing, what sort of trouble you may get into. This is the risk reward. If you go to school, there's a risk that some things may happen that may interfere with your plan. So,
Rude.
let's go to you first then, Annabeth, because it sounds like you've got things that you want to do.
Yes.
Let's montage through them and get you a roll and see how successful you are.
Okay. I guess this would be am I good at investigate? That's a good question. I think that I am. I am a bookworm. I should be good at investigate. Where has it gone? I can't find it on the list. Oh yeah, I'm
You
good
have
at it.
3 in investigation.
I've got 3 in investigate and it's a mind one, right? And I've got
believe
5 in
so.
mind. So
Yeah.
that's like 8 dice immediately.
That's a lot of
off the bat.
dice.
It's
It's
the
a lot
best
of dice. So we cut to the school day. You see like Annabeth in class and she's writing, and then the second that she's like finished her task, like she slides her workbook forward and there's like a notebook underneath where she's writing thoughts and notes. And at lunchtime she's in the library and she's got a map of the town and like the yellow pages, and she's writing down on like a couple of pieces of like ripped out paper a phone number, and you can see that she's on like the W page because she's copying out Dr. Raph's number. And like there are like a couple of shots where she's like walking through the hallway and she's just like slowing down when she sees Dr. Raph and just watching and seeing who he's talking to, kind of thing. And I'm doing an investigate.
Excellent.
I want to find out information so we're prepared.
I'm
got
already-
backup plans.
I'm already getting the book to find out the extra effects because
Yeah.
with 8 dice, there's no
That's-
way you're not going there.
That's absolutely like my dice are disrespectful. I got 1 6 and I got 4 1s. But that's okay, because you know what? I'm going to give myself a condition.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna re-roll. Is it a condition and I get to re-roll all the failed dice?
All the failed dice.
Fantastic. What are the options again?
So when you get a success, you get 2 questions. With extra
Mhm.
successes, you gain extra questions.
Okay. What are the questions?
What
Hang
is
on, let
hidden
me-
here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into, out of, or past something? What threats can I perceive and where is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a condition. I need more information than that.
All right.
You know what? We're in part 2 now, baby.
Time to roll some dice and have it mean something.
The dice. Okay, listen. I'm rolling physical dice, by the way, audience. Listen, I really just need you to pull through for me here. Okay.
It doesn't work the same.
Block.
Talking
You
to
can't-
digital
you
dice,
can't
it just doesn't
pet
work the same.
Exactly.
You
Like
can't
all
like,
of you,
gotta
I know
pet.
you've got that 6 in you. I got 1 extra success.
Cool.
These dice, all of them rolled 3 or less.
Mm.
So we're gonna
So
be
you get-
taking them to rehab.
1 additional question for a total of 3 questions.
I would
Not
like to
bad.
pick my condition first.
Absolutely.
But I can't find the page with conditions on them.
I can see them on your sheet, I believe.
Do they go to the character sheet?
I believe we are looking at exhausted, upset, scared, or injured.
Can I add a different one?
Nope.
I don't. Okay, injured doesn't count.
You sprain your wrist with all your writing.
Right, no,
Carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel.
Carpal
Notes.
tunnel.
I'm not like
Repetitive
it. I
strain
guess
injury.
we have to. I'm not exhausted, so I guess I have to choose between upset or scared. But I feel like neither of those really kind of. I guess scared, but not scared as in like the traditional sense of fear,
Mm.
but the just like
Can I-
the whole.
Can I pitch you an interpretation of it
I would
to be more worried
Mm.
yes.
based
gonna
on
say.
what you've seen of Mumu and how you feel
Mhm.
like there's an internal
Mm.
clock ticking louder than before?
Yes, that
knowing
is.
that this information is crucial to Mumu's survival.
Like I think Annabeth realizes like this is not a book, this is not a movie or a TV show. There is a very real chance that if we get caught,
Mhm.
we will be in so much trouble. And she's getting towards an age where when the police pick her up, there probably will be a 50-50 on whether they take her straight home or not.
Yeah.
And so she's very much like, okay, we have to do this. We have to do this right. We have to do this quickly. And she's getting like kind of like tunnel vision obsessed. and Jessie can kind of see her in class, like, making backup plans, and, like, but she's got to do it. And so I would like to ask my questions now, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
With that absolute kind of frenzy in mind.
Do you want a refresher, or did you make a note of things that you were interested in?
So I definitely want to know how to get in.
Uh-huh.
And I want to know what threats there are.
Okay. You get one more as well, but I'll answer those two and see what else takes your fancy. How do you get in? It's already sort of been suggested to you by your friends, but the easiest way to do this will be to go when he's not home. You know full well that he will be at school all day. Other than that, you don't know his movements. You don't know his routine. So the strongest chance that you have is going during the school day.
Mm-hmm.
However much you may dislike that.
Mm-hmm.
What threats? Let's say that during your research, your library research, and your general knowledge of Great Yarmouth, you know that Belton it's actually a fairly well-to-do area. It's quite suburban, and it very much strikes you as the sort of place that a happy, committed couple with decent incomes and no children would be able to afford to live and have quite a pleasant life. You also know that it's the sort of place the residents are the kind of people who would have a lot of time and interest in something like a neighborhood watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have a neighborhood watch, don't they?
It is a neighborhood of curtain twitchers, 100%.
Oh no.
God.
The worst.
The
Not a
worst
neighborhood
kind of neighbors.
watch.
Yeah.
I've got a plan, it's fine.
Kimberly, I love you.
Just you wait.
Oh God, does it involve firecrackers?
No, it doesn't.
Oh God.
That's plan B. Please. I'm not wasting the good stuff on.
Hey,
This guy.
Kimberly, were you
Hello.
ever in the Girl Guides?
No, I got thrown out because I kept causing fires.
Did you keep the uniform?
Obviously, that's the best part of anything is getting a uniform.
Kimberly, I love you dearly.
Thank you.
That feels like deep Kimberly lore. A love of uniforms.
Yeah, of course. She wears a football uniform most days, so it makes total sense to me.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we've got how do I get in here? What are the dangers? Could you just quickly run me through the list again? I'm so sorry.
What is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? Where is it? They're all fairly vague, so if none of those really make sense, you can
I feel
create
like
your
I
own.
get where is it without having to use that as a success. So what is hidden here would be great, because Annabeth is kind of like I've got the letter, so I already kind of have a heads up.
Yeah.
And I'm slowing down to kind of listen to his conversations with other teachers. So if he like drops anything at all.
Okay, I know what to give you. Okay. It's not directly
That's
related
perfect.
to the question, but I got to give you something.
Mhm.
So as part of your let's call it surveillance of Dr. Raff, you hear he's not doing great. He's an irate man. He seems to carry this angry, frustrated energy with him wherever he goes. You've witnessed it, and it only appears to be growing worse. And at lunchtime, you encounter him. You witness an encounter where he is being taunted by Simon and Katie and these bully children who are just awful. And they're taunting him behind his back. But one of them, the foolish one, makes the mistake of just shouting out something a little bit too loud, and he hears. And he goes storming over to them. He rips into them. You get the sense that he's just unleashing all of his inner frustration on these children.
Whoops.
And you hear him give them all detention tonight after school. So that's where he's going to be after school.
Ooh. Ooh.
I rush away. While his back is turned, I make sure what's the girl's name?
Katie?
I make sure that I catch Katie's eye, and I go, and then I run off to tell my friends that we can do this tonight, but it means sacrificing a preview of the harbor.
Okay. Before we cut to the end of the school day where that information is revealed, did anybody else have anything they wanted to do during the school day?
No, you don't have to roleplay this out, but
wouldn't it be fun if we did?
Well, so it's kind of similar to that sort of end thing. I like the idea that Kimberly's team distraction force is not just fireworks, because that seems very silly, but also maybe one Christmas ages ago she got like a joke kit, a disguise kit. And so she's been following Dr. Raff around to get the schedule of what he's up to. But, you know, you cut into, like, he's talking, he's angry, you cut to a thing, and there's like a small ginger girl with glasses and a moustache. You go to another one, there's a newspaper with eye holes cut in.
Fiona.
My aim is to work out what his schedule is so that if it changes at all, then I know about it. I'm in the staff room, don't know how I got there, but I've got a big hat on.
I'm so angry that you didn't spend this entire time making props for this.
I'm happy to get in trouble as a result, but
are you committed to being in the staff room?
Yes.
You have to roll sneak. You have to.
Okay.
And I already know what the consequence is going to be.
Kimberly, the plan!
I feel like Kimberly's going to
Distraction disguise force. Okay. I'm going to roll all 6 of my dice. Oh, I cancelled that. That was not very good.
6 is okay. 6 is decent. We've got a chance here.
What's this thing not working?
Do you have any conditions?
Oh, sneak,
No,
you have
no.
6. That's incredible.
It's all in the body, I think.
Come on.
That is 2 successes. The big hat hides me. I am actually the coat stand.
None of the
Disguised as a
teachers
potted
win.
plant.
I'm wearing so many hats. What's Daniel Raff up to?
You're the love of God.
I just want more information.
Well,
I won't get anything else.
2 successes
Yep.
gets you a bonus effect. God damn it!
And I get
You can give
Kowski.
success. You can give success to another kid, so you can have somebody else in there with you if you would like.
Yes.
Or you find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for.
His
Well,
house keys.
I was literally going to say,
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Just
Not
the
his
back
house-
door.
No. All right. Fine. His car keys. And if there's anything related to Daniel Raff to keep the story going forward, I'm
Yeah.
not going to go through all the house keys and paraphernalia, but yes, I will go through his pocket.
Okay.
His
Hang
coat
on.
pocket.
There we
What did he keep in his coat pockets?
Got in its pocket, precious. Okay, give me a second.
Oh my God.
While
As I take a moment, I'll wait here in my coat stand.
Hang on. You're hanging amongst the coats. You reach into his pocket and you find his keys. That is an opportunity that I'm going
Yep.
to give you. However,
Mm-hmm.
the consequences of him putting his hands in his pocket and finding that his keys are gone could be bad.
Nope. I'm gonna sneak. I'll get my hands are actually in the coat sleeves, so I just go.
And you know they're his because they've got like a tiny little plastic.
Yeah.
No, a D.
Oh,
It's
a D.
a D.
D. Yeah, no, Daniel. Yeah, not
But
R.
also like he's got. I think he's got. Oh, okay. There is a plastic fob on it, a little orange fob. You probably don't know what it is.
Nope.
But it's there.
Alrighty. Yoink. And I wait until there's a convenient moment to sneak out.
2 successes, you have found one. Absolutely. Next. In the cavalcade of shenanigans.
I mean, I don't think that Becky is going to be really contributing anything helpful, purely because she's a little bit salty right now. I think that what Becky's mini montage is going to look like is, let's say she has art class first. Her art is not up to its usual standards. She's making like lots of like mistakes. She's getting frustrated enough that even her teacher would maybe notice and like be trying to like help out. And like maybe she's even just a little like, I wouldn't say she's snappy. She's not there yet, but she seems distant. She seems quieter than usual. I think that she begins the day very frustrated, and then she tries to calm herself down by thinking about the fact that Annabeth wants to go to the Magnetrine Harbour and see her dad with her. And that's like a change. And she was suspicious of that. But I feel like we're gonna add a little drama to this. I feel like she begins to get a bit hopeful that maybe Annabeth is beginning to warm to her dad. And so she decides, I'm going to forgive the fact that Annabeth is being slightly condescending in being like, if anyone's going to get caught, it's not going to be you. A little bit mollycoddling, because Annabeth is now maybe trying to give my dad a bit of a chance. So she begins to try to like cheer herself up by planning out how she like doing little schemes in her head of how she's going to get them to realize that they have common ground and like get them to get on. All that leading up to, of course, the conversation that we're going to have after school, where it's probably going to quickly become apparent that this is just an Annabeth scheme and it's not an actual genuine desire to get to know her dad.
Cool.
That's Becky's headspace throughout the day. So she's far too distracted to do any real reconnaissance, I think.
Okay. How does Jessie spend the day?
I think Jessie spends the day trying to be as unobtrusive as possible. I think she has Mumu with her, like she's watching her today. And so from the last time, there's still like this anxious energy that is flowing through her, just like, I cannot let you out of my sight for 1 second. You will lick another power socket. You will cause another blackout. Everything will go wrong immediately. But at the same time, she's a bit concerned about how lethargic Mumu is, and just kind of keeps like checking on it, just kind of very distracted. Like, it's okay. Is it still breathing? Like, how much did it?
It's okay. Like while you've been looking after Mumu, he has been pretty chill to be in your backpacks. He's been very easy to port around and carry. He's not caused much trouble apart from the whole power cut thing. But so there's not too much of a change. I would say if there are periods of the day, if there are moments where you get to take Mumu out and let it have a run around, it's definitely lower energy than it has been. It's not on death's doorstep, but you certainly get the impression that it's not running at full power, literally.
Yeah, I don't think Jesse's trying to make waves today. So
That's
not
later.
yes. Many waves are gonna happen later, but right now it's very calm in Jesse's world.
Good. Enjoy that while it lasts. All right. So let's cut to the end of the school day. The final bell rings and everybody kicks out. You're all one day closer to summer holidays. It's palpable. You can feel it in the air. Where do you all meet up? Annabeth, do you wait to get to the Wendy house or do you start rounding people up now?
I literally I'm like, Miss, I need to go to the toilet, like literally like 5 minutes before the bell goes, when the teacher's gonna be too like run down and everyone's being too rowdy. And she's just gonna I'll hopefully get dismissed early so I can just go because I know everyone's schedules, because of course I do. And I do the most efficient route to pick everyone up, like knowing how late like they usually leave class and stuff like that. And I was supposed to be meeting Becky at her last class anyway, so that way we could go see her dad. Like I literally just like do a whole like scoop and grab them all.
Okay.
Becky, upon seeing you come and like be that early and be that engaged in picking her up, does give you a great big smile and a wave as she comes out.
Hi, you alright? And then you see like Jessie and Kimberly behind me. Okay. So, and as we're walking, I'm keeping my voice like loud enough that it can be heard, like above like all of the noise, but like pretty low. So, I know I wanted to scope out the harbour tonight. However, Simon and that have detention after school with Dr. Raff, and this presents a unique opportunity. We could go now.
Oh, we could.
I know. What a shame.
Yeah.
Real.
Out the harbour. I thought we were going to meet my dad.
Yeah, so I could scope out. I haven't been to the harbour in like ages. I don't know what it looks like, how easy it is to get into, like if there are any guardhouses. Like I've only kind of seen it from a distance. I have no reason to go there. So we were like, when we pick up your dad, it was going to be so we could walk into the harbour.
I think you. I think she's going to try very hard to hide it. She's not good at showing emotion to other people, and she's already had enough of that today. But she will take a deep breath. So you don't want to see my dad? It's okay. I just misunderstood. That's all.
Jessie.
Come on, let's go. And then
Kimberly,
kind of,
can you just
storms off? She's gonna just go.
Becky, come back, and I like follow suit.
Okay, Jessie, I might have done a serious crime. Here are the keys.
Wait, we haven't done anything.
No, I grab Jessie's hand. I put the keys. Well, you're implicit now, right?
Kimberly, whose keys? Are these Daniel Rush keys?
There's a D on them, so yes.
You're implicit.
Look, you said it's a bad thing to break in, and I agree. So we've got the best way of breaking in.
Kimberly.
Look, what we'll do, you'll go in, you'll quickly wrap around, and then he'll be like, I can't find my keys. And then we'll just lock the door and leave the keys on the doorstep. So he's like, oh, he dropped them. It's a victimless crime. Except we're the criminals.
Oh my goodness. I can't take it.
Anyway, we should go and chase after them.
Is it what? Wait, I need to think.
Yep.
Is this like a new trend that you're starting? Is this something I should be like? I remember like back in when you knocked out Simon's tooth. Like that was my fault, and I fully acknowledge that.
Yep.
But this is We'll talk about this later.
Okay, don't know what we
How
have to
did
talk
you
about.
get these keys?
Oh, you'll look in my bag, and then I'll proceed to talk about my disguise skills. It's so bad. Like,
Jesse's just
glasses,
enthralled
mustache.
and confused. That can't have worked. That can't have.
It's working for me right now.
I'm sorry, she rolled 2 successes. It's not.
Come on, we need to go because otherwise the plan will fall apart.
I feel like it all. Okay, fine.
No.
Let's catch them.
You gotta believe, you know. And I tap Jesse on the shoulder, like, believe.
I'm just taking a really good look. Has the light left Darcy's eyes yet, or is there still something
So, you, armed with the knowledge and the map and your bikes, you take off across town to the northwest part of Great Yarmouth. This is Belton. You discover on Daniel Raff Street a row of semi-detached red brick houses. Very nice, very well-to-do. Most of them have small but well-kept lawns. And as you... Well, what is your approach? Knowing what you do know about the... As you bike through the area, as no surprise, you start to see neighborhood watch signs. So, what is your approach to Daniel Raff Street?
I have a question. I looked at a map, so I should have some idea.
Mhm.
Is it like back to back with gardens touching? Or is there like an alley between that we can hop over a back fence?
They are the kind of houses that are quite spread out. Some of them on the street are detached, some of them are semi-detached. So there's no alley, certainly, but maybe some of the gardens are close enough that you might find a bordering fence somewhere nearby. Certainly, adjacent gardens are close enough that you could...
That's not what I was looking for. I was trying to see if we could enter not from the main road. Because it's summer, and so it doesn't get dark until late.
Correct.
So whatever we do, we are gonna fully be seen. I think as we're approaching, like Annabeth moves her bike towards Kimberly, and it's like, okay, we aren't like whatever your distraction is, it needs to be done pretty much when we get there because like otherwise they're gonna see me and Jesse go in. And they know that we don't live here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kimberly, I'm trusting you here. You can do this. I believe in you.
Ooh. Yes. The quick thing. If I'm looking after Becky as well, that's priority, and Moo. I can create a big distraction, but I don't want to get them in trouble. So I will do my best, but I can't guarantee there won't be fallout.
Okay, save a big distraction for I don't know, if Dr. Raff shows up. Last resort kind of thing. If you could do like little, basically enough that anyone who's like looking out of their window is looking at you and not us. Just like something small, something that you're not gonna get like in trouble for. But
Trouble.
like if
okay, I was gonna say Trouble is my middle name, but then no.
Not reassuring.
You're gonna do great, and I promise that at the weekend, assuming we're not grounded, I'll get you some pick and mix from Woolworths.
Oh, even the heavy ones that cost a lot more money because of the weight.
Not
the flying saucers rubbish.
Not the flying saucers rubbish.
That's so bad.
All right. As again, I know we're biking. I spit in my hand, try to shake.
We fully stop. Like Annabeth like skids to a halt, and she looks at your hand that is spitting it, and she thinks for a moment, and then she spits in her hand and she shakes.
Good, excellent.
Football is disgusting.
Yeah.
Jesse will pull up towards Becky to transfer over Moo. It's like, all right, Bex, you got this.
Yeah, I'll be outside
Listen,
where I'm most useful. And she takes Moo and just sort of like opens her satchel and like pops her in and gives a little like scruff of the head.
Listen, Bex, I know you're not happy about the way that this is turning out right now, but I really need you to look after Mumu. Like, you know, you're the fastest. If anything happens to any of us, it's on you to take care of Mumu. And I trust you with that.
Is that the reason? Or do you just want to spend more time with Annabeth?
What? That's not the...
I
Why
saw
would-
you. I see a lot, by the way. But I don't think any of you care to notice that. And then she's gonna walk away and she's gonna go and find Kimberly.
Jessie is completely thrown. She's just stuck standing there, flabbergasted.
We have established that you are you trying to be sneaky, or are you just going to go in all guns blazing with your distraction, Fiona?
Who is Fiona? It's only
I-
Kimberly here.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. I understand it's quite hard to tell the difference between the two of us.
You're very similar.
We are very similar. In answer to your question, I think, I guess if they want me to do the big distraction now, what I would do...
No. We discussed the big distraction was for later as
Okay.
a last case
Well,
scenario.
Sure. But if you want me to distract now as you're going in,
Mm-hmm.
think what we... Again, if you've given the layout of where the street is, etc., I would say to Becky that we'll cut off, we'll go around so that we're coming from the opposite end of the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to Becky, okay, Becky, oh, go on, you got your thing.
I just wanted to, because I cut myself off with the description to ask about your approach, but I will give you this ahead of
Please.
time because of Annabeth's research.
Yes.
Daniel
Yay.
Rath's house is the end of a row, and the next thing alongside it is actually a long winding country road
Oh.
that may be useful to you on your
It is.
approach.
It is helpful. Is there a long, winding country road? Is there a field next to it?
Yep.
Are there particular animals in said field?
Oh no! What are you planning?
No. It's just an innocent little question.
No, it's an
No.
empty field
Empty field. Okay.
Not
because
even a robo donkey.
not a single robo donkey to be seen. They're only down on the beach. Sorry.
That is understandable.
It is a road which, again, from Annabeth's map research, you will know you could walk that road and arrive at the loop. You can see the loop from here.
Oh, good to know. Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Well, if we're able to, again, I'm trying to think what would be best for this.
Could Annabeth and Jessie approach from the loop road,
Yeah.
and you and I approach from main street
Yes,
road?
absolutely.
And then if we've got curtain twitchers, they're going to be like, "What are those kids doing
Yeah.
out there?" and looking at us.
Yeah.
And then they can slip in, sort of. Is
Yeah.
that a possibility? That's.
Cool.
Becky doesn't say any of that.
No. That's why I wanted to check if that was the case. Cool.
Logistically, yes, and you would know that because Annabeth has seen the map, and Annabeth would absolutely have put that all together.
Okay, let's synchronize watches. And then I'm like, go on, Becky, this way. And we'll peel off. All right, okay, Becky, here's the plan. And I go into my bag. That says Team Distraction Force on it. And I pull out a Girl Guide sash. I go, I need you to put this on.
My love. My dearest
Hold on.
child.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. Becky is going to give the Girl Guide sash an incredulous look. And she'll reach out and take it, and she'll say,
Good.
"Why?"
Okay, here's my plan. Right, we're going in almost like sneaky, but from my experience of the 2 sessions I went to the Girl Guides for, we have to serve the community in some kind. So I thought we can go pretending to be like knocking on doors and ask if we can help, but then help anyway, like by taking the bins out and then causing that trouble like that, and maybe accidentally letting a dog out. That sort of ruckus essentially, but at the top of the road. And I thought as well we could do that all at the same time by ringing all the doorbells. A great advert for the Girl Guides.
So you want us to be Girl Guides, but like
Girl Guides.
naughty Girl Guides?
Yes. I never forgave them for them kicking me out. So this is a 2-in-1 for me.
I did not mean to say naughty Girl Guides. Let's try again.
No. I'm with you. They are so naughty.
Not helping Fiona.
Fiona's not here. Only Kimberly. Come on. Come on.
Okay, Becky's gonna look at this sash,
Mhm.
and she's gonna say, I mean, yeah, okay, sure. And she's gonna try and like muster up a smile and like put it on, and then she's gonna go, sorry, I know I'm not probably your best choice of like team distraction partner, so I'll do my best, you know.
What are you talking about? You're the perfect distraction.
I'm not the perfect distraction. My whole thing is that I'm quiet and I stay out the way, and team distraction is like pow pow pow, bam bam, fireworks, we're distracting, and like I'm not distracting, Kimberly.
I lean in conspiratorially and go, would you like to be?
I mean, try and put yourself in my shoes for a moment. Imagine if this plan required someone to score a goal. Like, one of us 4 had to score a goal, and you're waiting and waiting for someone to pick you, and then they go, Annabeth, score the goal. Kimberly, you do the note-taking. How would you feel?
That's so funny because that would never happen. But also, it's look.
Well, it happens all the time to me.
No, I understand. Look, I need you to show proof. Because this is the thing. Everyone always remembers the goal scorer. I should know. I know quite a few of them. But what's important is the team behind it. Like, you can only get the ball to the scorer if you kick and support. And that's where you come in. You are support. But the best bit about support is that eventually you do take out the scorer. Maybe an accidental kick to the ankle. Maybe a ball to the head. And then you take the top spot. Now,
I didn't know that was a rule in football.
Yes. A rule. Look, I depend on you. And I'll point down to Mumu as well. Mumu is depending on us. And we have to do this together as a team. And I put my hand in. The non-sticky hand.
Okay. I will, and she kind of like adjusts the sash. So we are knocking on doors.
Yep.
And making a nuisance of ourselves.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
Just, if in doubt, there's one tip I do recommend. Improvise. Let's go! And hand up. And then we'll start marching towards a door. That's like the furthest away from, like, to any, basically the idea is to knock on the door and talk for as long as possible so that all the twitches will look at us rather than the other end of the street.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Before we make you roll for that, let's just check in on what the other 2 are doing. Roll, Fiona.
I think Girl Guides don't need to roll. They do the community good.
Now, naughty Girl Guides do.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you're right.
Please.
Oh,
Please, family-friendly stream. Come on now.
yep.
Naughty
What?
is a family-friendly word. What do you mean?
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yes.
Kayla. Bless you, sweet summer child. What are Jesse? What's the vibes like with Jesse and Annabeth right
Yeah.
That's
I
a
can
very
see from
good
Jesse's
question.
face immediately what the vibes are.
Jesse is with his bike, and he's just fidgeting with every metallic thing that is hanging from him, like just fidgeting with his necklace, with his earring, just anything he can get his hand on at the moment. Fiddling with the bike. Just this is his mind is elsewhere, which is not a good place to be in this moment.
It's beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fantastic. Contrasting with Jesse's nervous energy, Annabeth is laser focused. She has compartmentalized the fight with Becky. That's a future Annabeth problem. Right now, Annabeth's problem is not getting arrested. So, I think a little bit down the country lane, she ditches her bike, because she doesn't want her bike to be outside of Dr. Raff's house when he rocks up. And she figures the country lane is probably the safest because he doesn't have a reason to go towards Loop. So I ditch my bike and then kind of encourage Jesse to we just hide it behind a hedge or something, not super concealed.
There's
but
plenty of hedges, yeah.
But just like that. And then she's doing a very brisk walk down the country road, not really saying anything. And she just kind of keeps glancing at Jesse and how they're fiddling with their stuff. And she's like, you don't have to talk about it.
Huh?
Whatever's bothering you. I'm not gonna presume. But it's okay.
I mean, nothing's bothering me exactly. And Jesse will produce the keys. Kimberly did a crime, and here are Daniel Ruff's keys.
Annabeth looks overjoyed. Perfect. Absolutely. Because I'll be honest, I wasn't quite sure. Well, I was hoping he'd left a window open or something. But this is even better.
Yeah.
We'll get in less trouble this way. I'll throw him in a bush so that way it looks like he just dropped them.
Yep. Okay.
She goes to say something and then closes her mouth and just keeps walking, trying really hard not to rush ahead, and just kind of keeps pace with Jesse. And then we'll turn onto the road and see how loud Kimberly is being at the other end.
Perfect. All right. What role are you two making for your distraction?
Well, that is a very good question. I would suggest, again, tell me if it's maybe a lead role.
Okay.
Just because I'm basically my idea is to do a sales pitch to whoever unfortunate person opens the door. And then Becky is just sort of there to step in if necessary when I go ba 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 ba, and then hand over to Becky to do something. So that is what I believe is what I would be trying to do if that works for lead. Have a check. Yeah.
I feel like I buy the interpretation. What I want to double check is something that I feel like I should do more often is just in case you get extra successes, are they going to be helpful to you?
Yes, I've kind of Well, that's what I would suggest. I don't know if Becky has anything.
Okay, yeah, I really like it. I think it works perfectly.
Honestly, I think that Becky's a little more open to this now. She's like latched onto the idea of prove yourself, but she's definitely taking support. Learning
That
from
is
the master.
exactly what this is. So lead in Total Loop, it's actually one of my favorite skills. It works very, very differently from all the others. Lead is the ability to make your friends work together. So to have a success in lead, the only purpose of it is to grant your friends bonuses.
That works pretty well.
It works really well.
That's
to say that nothing else really particularly hit the nail on the head, I think this is a really good compromise.
Yeah.
So you are inspiring and preparing them for this difficult situation. You roll to overcome this trouble, and your successes become a dice pool that they can then pull upon.
Ooh.
In the upcoming scene, you can distribute bonus dice to the other kids when they roll, but only if they do as you say. So we'll say in this scenario, that is only if they go along with this plan. So in Becky's case, that's fairly clear and easy. Between the other two, we'll sort of interpret that as we're going along.
Sure.
You can't give the dice to yourself.
That's fine.
And if you fail, you check a condition and ask the other kids how the relationship has been hurt by this failure.
Oh no.
So with one success, you're going to grant 2 dice. With 2 successes, you're going to grant 4. And with 3 successes, the dice pool climbs to 6.
Okay.
So this has got some potential.
Damn, this is
set up
much more precarious than I initially thought.
But potentially,
if you fail, we might never speak again.
Hey, Fiona, how many luck points do you have?
First of all, who's Fiona? But second of all,
I don't think Kimberly understands the concept of a luck point.
My middle name is Danger Luck. So,
how many middle names do you have?
So, in case my first name breaks, I've got 3.
Wow. So let's prepare for this then.
Okay.
Let's remember that we can push the roll.
Yep.
Let's remember that we can use our
luck.
Our iconic item, and our pride. I don't know if any of those are going to particularly help you, but they're there as potential tools.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So I sort of I straighten my own sort of thing, and I pull out probably something I'd taken from the stash, which is like the Girl Guide pin, and I put it to my thing. So I've got got a cosplay for it. And I'll go up, ring the doorbell, and then I'll say what I say before I roll. I'll be like,
okay,
good evening, morning, afternoon, household individual. My name is Marissa, and this is my friend Meki, and we are Girl Guides of the 2nd unit of Sunshine. And we have to come and do like a survey to do good deeds in order to get our next badge, which is stage 2 Leapfrog. Do you have any things that you need doing? Taking out bins, walking dogs, recycling, washing your car, and just list off stuff. But with big hand gestures.
Absolutely. Okay. Make your lead roll. I will say, because Becky is there helping with the illusion, this is mechanically helping, so you get 1 extra die.
Okay, I'll put that in. So that is in total, hopefully. Oh god, I'm trying to work it out. Total 6 dice with that help. So we will find out if that. Okay,
that's pretty good.
And we can change the bin liners. I mean, I don't know about changing nappies. Oh, that's not great.
So
that's no successes.
Initially, you have no successes.
No.
Come on, Kimberly.
Like to push the roll.
I would love to push the roll.
Okay.
I think. Remind me. About the conditions again. We've got exhausted, injured, frightened,
upset, or scared.
Upset. Okay, I think for this, I would get upset when they don't initially take the help.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So-
You've managed to knock on the door of like quite a frail old woman, and
no.
the immediate response is slight paranoia. Like the chain is still on the door. She's peeking out through that small gap, and her first response is, "Well, I've got one of those bots that helps me with most things, so I'm okay. Thank you."
If she goes to
Close
shut the door,
the door.
I put my foot in it. I go, well, you see, it's kind of important for our badge. You see, it's like, you know, it's Mecky's last chance. She's on. You know, they're gonna kick her out. She's a bit of a naughty one, and
Not selling this.
I'm pushing it. Oh!
2 successes. You have to, you know, it's giving back to the community in more ways than one, and giving hope to, you know, upcoming girls in the future. You have to help me. I need this.
Okay.
I'll take
So,
that condition
so 2
quickly.
successes. So that's four in the dice.
4 dice.
All right.
Okay. So is
The
this
little old
pertaining to
lady
how
says, "Oh, okay. Yes. Do you want something to do now?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
this? Are you going to come back later?
No, right now. Very important we do it right now.
Okay. She's still, the chain is still on. She's gonna let you do it. You've shaken her down, but she's still
Yeah.
incredibly wary of you.
Yep.
The hedges could do with a bit of a trim.
Excellent. Let's get straight to it.
Some weeds. Actually, yes, there's some weeds in the garden. It's been a wet summer. I haven't. That would, yes. If you could do some garden things, that would be
Things.
helpful.
Okay. Do you have any gardening implements that we may borrow for this particular task?
Yes, in the back garden. Back garden.
Excellent. Come, Mecky.
She fairly quickly closes the door.
Yep.
Incredible.
Right, quick. Let's get the things, and then we'll just move to the next door and just take them items. I don't know.
Wait, what? So we're not actually going to pull the weeds?
I mean, we could, but I don't know about you, but gardening's boring.
So we're just going to steal this lady's tools and move on.
Well, we're just gonna cause some noise. Do you have any better ideas? I got like a tiny pair of shears. We can do a bit of it.
I think your idea is good. I just... You are great at distracting, and I am great at being sneaky.
Okay.
I think we could try to combine those 2 things and do some
Ooh.
sneaky distracting.
Okay.
How about
Yes.
we do what
Yep.
we said we were going to do, but we do it in a way that attracts attention.
Oh, great idea. Okay.
Everyone will be looking at us. We've accomplished the thing. And like
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the fact that this was a heart roll or a lead roll to try to inspire, right? So as Becky starts off this explanation very nervously, she, like I said, she's not used to putting forward ideas. They normally get batted down or very quickly. But as you actually sit and listen, and she's kind of inspired by the fact that you, even though things were going very badly, you continued and you persevered, and you're not afraid of failure in the way that Becky is worried about looking silly in front of people.
Yep.
So I think that she then gets more confident, and she starts to go, if we do well with the weeding, then other people will be looking out their windows, and they'll see, and they'll want us to do jobs, and
Okay.
everyone will be flocking around us. This is how it's going in Becky's head.
Yep.
And no one will be looking at Dr. Raff's house.
Okay. No, you're right. Shouldn't deviate from the plan. Thanks, Becky. You really great. Get the shears.
Yeah.
Right. Stop. Let's go.
And she kind of grabs a trowel.
Yep.
And we're going to go in the front garden.
Yep.
And she's going to start to look at weeds.
It's like,
And
what do
she's
weeds look
gonna
like?
she's gonna start to like weed, and then she's going to very loudly say,
Hmm?
"Ooh, this is really hot work, but boy, does it feel inspiring to be helping the community." And with every job we do, a free fairy drawing alongside it. And then she's just gonna start like going for it. She like this. I imagine this is a very like quiet neighborhood, especially as like and so she's being very loud and attracting attention as much as she can, but in a wholesome way that's hopefully not going to get us in trouble.
I will turn my attention to the hedge with the shears, and I go, okay, and I just will start randomly cutting off branches.
Oh, this could go poorly. Okay. All right. The action team. Your distraction is in place, as far as you can tell. You sneak down the country lane and you find yourself at the back door of Daniel Raff's house. You can tell that he could do with some weeding being done in his garden too. Compared to everybody else's gardens on the street, his has been left to go to rack and ruin, and there's a giant hedge that's just overgrown. There's bushes and plants in the front and on the back that are just encroaching on the living space, towering over it and blocking out the sunlight. There's no car on the drive, and you can see no signs of life inside. What are you going to do?
Perfect. I just walk straight to the door.
Right.
Can we access the back door?
Yep, there's 2 keys on the ring. Yeah.
All right. I'll go to the back door.
Okay.
And like let myself in.
Okay. Nobody stops you. Nobody challenges you. For a moment, you hear a dog bark, but it's a couple of streets away.
Mm.
You follow
Like-
Justin?
Yeah. Jesse's following behind.
When you get inside, you are in a decidedly darker, cooler space than the heat of the evening outside. And you are greeted with a living space which very much reflects the mindset that you know that Dr. Raff is currently in. It is incredibly untidy. There are empty boxes of microwave meals littering the countertops, spilling out of the bins, clothes lying all over the place. Just nobody has even picked up, let alone done a proper clean. Nobody has tidied or picked up after themselves for some time. If you move through into the dining room, you'll see continued disarray, but of a very different flavor. You see the dining room table, like all the chairs have been pushed back. The dining room table is one of those classic old ones that it's a little one, but then you pop out the sides and lift it up and it can be made into a larger oval. And that huge table is just covered, absolutely covered in paperwork and documents, stacks of things and annotations and bookmarks. And on one side of the wall, you see a makeshift notice board. There is a map of the town, and there are coloured push pins in different areas and strings connecting some of them, and photographs stuck around the outside, scribbles all over it. A lot of intense work is going into something in this room.
How are we even supposed to make sense of any of this? It's everywhere.
No, actually, I understand. Jesse, do you want to quickly check upstairs and see if there are like any like hidey spaces where you might keep something more private? I'll start looking through this.
If you're sure you want to be down here by yourself.
We gotta make the best use of our time. We could do this together, but you'd just be standing watching me.
Okay. He'll head upstairs.
Annabeth moves in, like takes a second, surveys the room, and I think I'm going to start with the notice board and see what's on there first, because that seems to be the most important stuff, because it's separate from the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. So the notice board, again, it shows Great Yarmouth. It has several separate pins, and there's a lot of news clippings, and they all seem to be of completely disconnected events. There are things saying, mummy sighted near shoreline, and woman witnesses talking birds, Ormsby Manor, cult or clubhouse. They are all slightly unusual events and personages around Great Yarmouth, and it smacks of nothing so much as conspiracy theorist. There's just a lot going on, and if you were the sort of person to take these sort of things seriously, you may find connections, or maybe not. A lot of it isn't relevant to what you're looking for, I'll tell you that straight up without a roll. It's just the depths to which he is going to try and find answers. This has taken over his life now.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a brief moment where Annabeth is like, she might even like mutter it out loud, where she's like, well, if Mumu came through, what else could have? Kind of thing. But if there's nothing that seems like, if there's nothing that's relevant, she moves on to the table and begins to like look over the piles, like not touching anything. I just want to see what's on the top and basically trying to figure out what is his organization system, what information is here.
There probably was an organization system at one point, but you get the impression that the work has become so frantic, and again, his mind state is unraveling so thoroughly with lack of sleep, with lack of... He's desperate. This is the work of a desperate man. A lot of the work is, it's all about Mumu. And with a fairly quick glance, you can see that he's trying to track it down. Everybody knows that the egg disappeared. He doesn't know where it is, and he's trying to find it. He is driven to find this thing. There are the pictures. No, you have the pictures, so the pictures aren't there. But there are
I
other
only
pictures.
took one picture.
That's a good point. So the rest of the pictures are there, and the original letter, because you took a copy.
I made a copy.
It's all there, and you can see that this is the stack of things that Dr. Alexander, question mark? Dr.
Correct.
Alexander sent them, sent to Dr. Raff, and it's been sifted through and annotated, and the other thing that strikes you is a something that used to exist in the 80s, which is a small personal cassette recorder, the kind that you might find a lot of people working in the sciences would dictate their own notes to themselves. And next to that is a small leather lined notebook. It is open, and you can see that it is a transcription of the notes that he has been speaking to himself.
I'd like to flick through the transcription, not the cassette.
Absolutely. Flicking
Actually,
upstairs.
pause. I'm so sorry.
No.
I take the cassette and I start walking upstairs to Jessie, because this is something that Jessie can do. So cut to Jessie, but like I'm on my way up.
Catch up. Cool. Nothing jumps out figuratively or literally at you upstairs, just a continuing theme of a person who is not taking care of his surroundings, not taking care of himself. An unmade bed, a fairly dirty, uncared for bathroom. No further work. This is a place where he sleeps and nothing more. And you turn, and Annabeth is coming up the stairs behind you.
What's up?
Can you make a copy of this? And I hold up the cassette.
Yeah, what's that?
Notes. How quickly can you make a copy?
I mean, it won't take long. I don't know how much is actually on the tape. I could do the whole tape.
I guess there's a transcription downstairs, but we can't take that. We can't take anything. He can't know we were here. So you've got your boombox, right?
Yeah, of course.
And you've got a blank cassette?
Always.
Okay, I'm gonna carry on looking downstairs. Maybe do this by the back door in case we have to make a quick getaway or something.
Okay, and Jessie will take the cassette.
I'm so glad you're here. And she runs up downstairs to look through the notebook just in case something goes wrong.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes. just to herself, just like, and she'll head down the stairs to set up. Start making a copy.
Okay. You pick up the notebook, and the page that is open is the first page that you look at. And I will share it with you.
A handout?
Handout.
Oh,
A handout for me?
It is a very unprofessional recording. You can hear throughout these notes he is shuffling around the house, he's eating and talking with his mouth full. This is just stream of consciousness, no critique, just thoughts. Daniel Raff, voice notes, research project 47-C. I've put together some of my notes, and hopefully, now that they're all in one place, I can try and make sense of them. So, the creature appears to have been nearly 5 meters long, as well as 2 meters wide. The witnesses said it was about 2 meters tall, but I don't think they could have gotten a good look from the ground. As the creature passed over some of the loop's sensors, they detected a peak in electromagnetic energy. This would suggest the creature's infused with a lot of electrical potential, or it could be magnetic. I can't tell at this point. The only other time I've seen a spike like this is when one of those bloody magnetron freighters passed low over the loop, and that took a week of degaussing to depolarize the equipment. Because of these readings, it stands to reason that a creature that flies without wings could be using a similar method of propulsion. The creature uses the magnetron effect or something like it. I suspect that to maintain that kind of metabolism and that kind of ability, it would need to have ingested a huge amount of neodymium. I'm unsure, however, if it needs constant supplies or if ingesting it would be part of the creature's early life cycle. But either way, I need to find out more. I just know it has something to do with those children at the school, but they won't let me get close enough to learn anything. And it cuts off there.
Ooh.
Becky and Kimberly,
Yeah.
as you move to the next garden along, taking poor Mrs. Ermintrout's shears with you.
Yep.
You hear a car coming. And you flick a look at your watch, and it's early.
Oh no.
It shouldn't be him. Detention should be still going on. But as you turn and you look, a 1970 clapped out old Ford is puttering along the road. And it's on this street. And these streets are all cul-de-sacs. This isn't passing traffic. This is somebody heading this way.
Can we see who it is?
Right now, no, because I'm going to give you a minute to react.
Yep.
Ooh.
But it won't be long.
Okay. I turn to Becky. Okay. Look. There is something I can do, but I did promise Annabeth that it wouldn't get you or Moo in trouble.
Okay, let me go and find them. You do the thing.
Are you really sure?
I'm really sure. And then she turns around and she says, I know I'm the youngest, but I'm not a baby.
No, I didn't mean it that you were a baby. It's just that I might not see you for some time. You're amazing and you could do all these things. I wouldn't trust anyone else with Moo. I just didn't want you to think that, look, I'm about to do something which basically I might not be around for a little bit.
I need a second to figure out how Becky would respond to that. What are you planning to do?
But, and presumably, Kimberly has cut quite a lot of the hedgerow down into stuff. I do what I always do. start a fire.
Yes!
Not in the hedgerow, obviously. I'm gonna put it in a bin or something, or put it across the road. Obviously.
Foolish. That would be foolish.
Aurora, I love her.
Okay. Okay.
Why did you think I was gonna do something silly?
All right. Becky. Okay. How on board with arson is Becky? Becky is. I feel like Becky is a little bit alarmed at what you're saying, but
I mean,
at the
me too.
same time,
Yep.
is like we are running out of time.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna guess, by the way, that this car, as it's coming towards us, we don't recognise it from the school car park, or we wouldn't maybe recognise it from the school car park.
How much attention would you pay to the school car park?
I don't know. Becky pays attention to things, but maybe not that much attention.
Mundane things like that?
I was gonna say, I don't think
Possibly
cars excite you.
Maybe they do. She likes robotics. She might
That's
like
true. Oh,
engineering.
that's true. That is true.
She does like robotics. I to be honest, I don't know. Possibly not. Possibly not. I don't know if it's like, I was just wondering if it was like particularly like clapped out or particularly run down. You might notice a car like that amongst all of the. But if it's just everyone has this car, then it's not really.
I know my internal justification for why he drives a banger, but Becky wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In which case, if she doesn't know that it's Daniel Raff, I feel like she's getting a vibe, though. I feel like she runs a lot on vibe. It's always like there's someone out there trying to sabotage us. So she just goes, okay, I trust you. Whatever you're going to do,
Okay.
just be careful.
Careful's the third of my middle names. Danger, look careful. Yep.
Okay. Mecky out, and then she's gonna run. She's gonna run.
All right. Okay.
Mumu is. Oh, what?
No, you take Mumu.
Mumu's with me.
You
Mumu's
take
with
Mumu.
me,
You take Mumu.
but stuffed in the satchel. Sorry, Mumu. And Mumu's quite like lethargic right now, right? Quite sleepy in a bit.
A little bit, yeah. Like
Yeah.
lower energy for sure.
Okay, so Mumu is carefully folded into the satchel, and Becky is running down the street towards the house.
All right. Do you want to do this? I want to see if you're going to get there before he does, or if he's going to notice you on the way. Would you like to give me a move roll, or would you like to give me a sneak roll?
I would like to sneak there.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
trying.
going to say that
get
that
there.
might cost you time.
Yes,
Might
that's
cost you
fine.
time, but you will get there without him noticing. So yeah, go ahead and give me a sneak roll, please.
Come on.
All right.
It's fine. There's going to be a fire. What could go wrong?
Let's roll sneak.
Come on.
No. It's okay. I have luck.
You have luck?
I have luck, everyone. Luck allows me to re-roll everything that was a failure.
Yep.
Or is that what luck is? Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
push
just
the-
basically re-rolling again.
Yeah. Push the roll was the condition thing. So
Mhm.
if you got luck, I'd spend it. Yeah. Oh.
Don't forget you
Hey.
have... Okay. I was going to say don't forget you have the dice pool.
I do also have the dice pool. I don't think extra successes in sneak gives me anything. Or
You can pass them to other kids. That's.
Yep.
I mean, if you want Becky to, if you want Kimberly to be able to set a fire quietly without being noticed. Let me double
Yeah.
check.
Big distraction, of
Other...
course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've already done this session. So you can give a success to another kid, or you find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for.
So I have 2 successes.
You have 2 successes, so you make it,
Yep.
and I can give you some extra information. It's definitely Daniel Raff. I'll give you that. It's definitely Daniel Raff.
All right.
He looks angry. This is
no.
nothing new, but he's not in a good mood.
Oh no.
Can't find his keys.
Probably the keys. could be the key. Okay. And have I made it before he's here?
I'm gonna say you arrive almost. You have to take time to be quiet and to be out of sight, and to do that you have to sort of go around the outside. So you do take a little bit longer, but we'll say that you reach the hedge in between his house and the country road as he pulls into the drive.
Okay, I have a question for everyone, including fellow players.
Mm-hmm.
With the keys, was the plan to leave them in the door? What have we done with the keys currently?
Annabeth has the keys inside. She was gonna throw them in the front garden like he had dropped them. But she's inside and she doesn't know.
Okay. So he's pulling in, and Becky has snuck round the back, but she does. But Annabeth and Jessie, are still inside. Yeah, and she hasn't got to them yet. I think that while he is like, Annabeth's still got the keys. Okay, she's gonna go to the back door, and while Daniel Raff is, I guess, like getting out the car or whatever, or just kind of in that moment of like he's just pulling up, he's turning off the engine, whatever, she's gonna like bang on the door really loud.
Oh no.
The back door I'm talking about. So she's out of sight from Daniel Raff, but she's gonna be like he's here. Or like, did we agree upon like a
No.
Nope.
Okay, so that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna bang on the door, and like I'm guessing that probably the back door is a little ajar because that's kind of how you got in, and she's gonna like call in and say, "He's here."
So, how much time since making the copy of the tape and this happening, how much time passed?
A bit of time. Let's say you've had a good sort of 10-15 minutes in there to poke around and make a copy of this tape.
Okay. Okay. It wouldn't take 10 minutes. So I think Jessie would have handed the tape back to Annabeth. And she's like, okay, we're good with this.
Okay. I put it back where I found it. We've got the copy of the tape, so she doesn't feel the need to take the notebook. So everything is where it was.
Yep.
And she's just like, okay, we probably shouldn't stay any longer than we need to. I just want to check one last thing.
Yep.
And she goes to the pile of stuff from Dr. Alexander, and she's just having a real quick thumb through. She's like, she thinks they've got more time than they have.
She does, but they don't.
I know.
I think Jessie is going to just look at this mess of a table, and then Annabeth doing this final check, and is going to like take a moment and steel herself, and then move over towards Annabeth. Annabeth.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when we were at when we were last year when we were watching the Dark Crystal,
she stops like looking through the stuff and looks up and looks at you deadly serious. I thought that might be bothering you. I promise I'm not going to try anything. And then she like looks down and carries on like looking through the papers.
No, it's not that I... Annabeth and Jessie will take your hands away from the papers and turning towards him. I'm not. I didn't think you were gonna try something. I'm just.
Jesse, we haven't been alone together in months. It's okay. Like, I don't want to put our friendship in jeopardy. We're not talking about it. Becky hasn't mentioned it. Like, obviously Kimberly doesn't know. It's fine.
About that, Becky.
Now feels like a really good time.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
I think at the noise, Annabeth jumps and like grips both of like Jesse's like in like an instinct, like moves towards Jesse and like grips both of their hands.
Like it's an equal grip back.
Okay. What? And then you call, right?
Yeah, I call in. You probably see me at the window.
Annabeth drops the one F-bomb you're allowed under PG-12 and like moves away from the papers, like is still holding Jesse's hand, begins to pull her towards the back door.
Okay. Yeah. Jesse follows after and then holds him. Annabeth, the keys.
Oh no.
And I think that at that point, Becky's gonna look in and just go, "You two get out of here! I'll get them."
What are you doing?
I've still got them in my hands. Go! Mumu can't be here.
We don't have time. He's gonna take off the satchel, give Mumu to
I've got the keys in my hand. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna do something so stupid.
Oh no.
You know what? Okay, this is it. This isn't plan Z. This is fine. I am going to drop the keys in front of the front door as if they've been posted through the letterbox.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to push everyone towards the back and so quietly, because he probably heard you banging. Like close the door, and you said it was like all overgrown so you can't see the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push everyone deep into the back of the garden, into the shadows.
Okay, before you get there, we're gonna have a move roll from everybody to see how accurately that happens.
Okay.
So this is to get to the back door and out of the house.
You have 4 dice to split up amongst you. Please use them.
Okay, I'm gonna need that because I have 2 dice on this roll.
They could both be 6.
Can I add the lead die afterwards, or do I need to add it before?
I will double check that ruling.
Thank you.
So Fiona can choose to distribute them when you roll to overcome. So before you make the roll.
Okay. Is there someone that has the least sneak? Then I would obviously give 2, and then the other people have 1 each.
It's move. I've
move,
got
sorry.
5
Move, yeah.
move.
You're okay.
I've got 4 move.
Okay, and then you've got 2, Annabeth.
I have 3, but because I have a condition, I have 2. If it's a move and not a sneak, then I definitely have 2.
Okay.
It is a move.
Cool. I will give 2 to Annabeth, and then 1 to Jesse, and then 1 to Becky.
Great.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
I'll just bleep it.
We'll just bleep that, yeah. So Becky got 2 successes.
And
Jesse,
I didn't actually, but you gave me an extra die, didn't you? I didn't actually use it. So shall I roll that as well?
Might as
Just
well.
see if I get 3.
Yeah.
What about Jesse?
I got 1 success.
Okay, cool.
Darcy, I need you to look at the Discord.
we go.
real quick.
I see the Discord. I see it.
4.
I mean, in
Oh.
certain games, that would be a really good roll.
Yep.
But not this one.
Nope.
Annabeth.
4 dice rolled.
That's
All
incredible.
4 of them showed up with a 4.
That's incredible.
So, no successes, 2 successes. Jesse, 1 success. Okay. I want to make it interesting. and I've been asked by somebody at this table for more failures and rolls. So what I bury the lead on is that this is a 2 success roll. So, Becky can make it out unscathed. Jesse is going to have to re-roll us, or luck, or pride, or something to get through, or push.
Can
I
I
have 1 luck.
can I
Annabeth, you
get
can
myself
also
in
push.
more no, can I get myself in more trouble?
Yeah, of course.
If I actively walk into trouble,
Oh, don't worry.
will-
You failed
will
the
you-
roll. I'm going to give
no,
you
I know,
consequences.
but like if I take further consequences, can I get Jesse out? If I
Well, let's see
literally
how I do with luck first.
Do luck,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's going to be a
this is where
separate
you're
roll.
gonna use your luck.
Yeah.
The
It's
consequences are going to come, and if you want to then do something different with a different roll to get Jesse out of it, we can deal with that when we get there.
Okay. I love a good bargain.
No. A lot of 5s, but no 6.
No, 5s don't cut it. Okay. So, Becky, as the last one in, you can duck out and you make it to the hedge again. You're small, you're fast, you're in, you're out. 5-minute adventure. Annabeth and Jesse, you see Becky disappear into the hedgerow, and as you reach the back door, coming around the corner, alerted by the noise that Becky made, is Daniel Raff. He's looking so angry that it almost doesn't register as an elevation in that mood when he sees you. It's almost like it's not a surprise to him.
Hang on. What can she do? Okay.
I had a plan.
I have a
damn
plan.
You need to
I've-
listen to Becky more.
Question, real quick. We've been in here for like 10-15 minutes. Is there a kitchen cupboard?
Yeah, of course.
I shoved Jesse in the kitchen cupboard.
Roll for it.
Okay, this wasn't the roll I was hoping to make, but it's the roll I'm
That's what you
making.
got. To move Jesse somewhere that he doesn't want to go, this is force.
Okay. Everyone now do a really quick prayer. Okay. Can I do something else then? Instead of pushing Jesse away, can I step out and in front and basically make myself super duper visible? Because I would only have 2
big.
rolls for force. And I want to do something like essentially I want to take up all of the attention, so Jesse can either like hide or get away kind of thing. I'm making myself super obvious.
That's fine. I think who that decision actually lies with is Jesse. Would you even let Annabeth do this?
No.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Taylor, but there's no way
So sorry.
Jesse's letting Annabeth deal with this alone.
Annabeth has such beef with Dr. Raff at the moment. This is fine. Okay.
You step forward and his face is already thunder. The scowl deepens and he says, I knew it!
Dr.
What?
Raff,
Are you doing here?
returning your keys.
From inside my house?
Well, I posted them through the letterbox. And then I heard a noise. So I came round the back and the back door was open. So I came inside because I was like, did you have a cat?
This is gonna be a charm.
Of course it is, but that's okay. So I've got more in charm. Oh, this is great. Great chances of success. Honestly, this cannot go wrong. So it went wrong. And
I knew as you were saying it.
Shh. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna take another condition.
Okay.
I am gonna take the exhausted condition, but not in like the sleep deprived way. In the I'm so tired of having to be perfect and have to come up with all of the plans and for everything to be ruined all the time. And I would just like for things to be easy for once, but I'm a teenage girl and my life hasn't been easy for quite some time now. And I am just exhausted.
I love that.
And I'm gonna roll again, baby.
One more time. That's a stern look.
That's disappointment.
Look, I really want to lie about the roll so this works.
It'd be so
but
much more fun if you
also,
don't.
It's so much more fun if I don't, but also I took a condition, so I am sick of this man's whole ordeal. I did fail again.
I think maybe you shouldn't roll anymore. I think this is enough. I think.
Right, I tell you what, you do all the rolling then, and I'll just sit back and look pretty.
Faced with the two of you. So your charm roll was not successful. He does not believe you. He doesn't believe you for a second. He knows that you guys are up to no good. And now here you are proving him correct. He takes a long step forward. He's going to be in your personal space unless you take a step back.
Jesse, call odds or evens.
Wait, just hold on one second.
No. This isn't above the table. Taylor can't decide what to do. I need you, Ryan, to call odds or evens. Whatever you call is the more desirable of the two outcomes. It's not gonna be physical violence. It's just gonna be the tone with which Annabeth reacts.
Okay, odds.
So 1, Annabeth takes a step back.
You are now all inside the door. And he closes it behind him.
Okay.
Dr. Raff, this feels a little bit threatening.
Where is it?
Where's what?
I know you know. Where is it? It was you, wasn't it? The 4 of you. You took what I told you. And you went down there. You have it. Where is it?
Went down
Look,
where?
Dr. Raff, I don't know what you think we have or don't have or did. But this I'm not really comfortable with this.
You've taken something that wasn't yours. It was mine! My work, my experiment! My years of unrewarded research into quantum tunneling, and whatever came through, whatever it left behind, I should be the one to work on it. Me! What have you done with it?
We don't have anything that's yours.
The keys are there, and she points to the front door.
I'm on.
Listen, Dr. Raff, it's gonna look real weird if you've got 2 school kids in your house and you've trapped us in here.
You're trespassing. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police, and you being here is proof that you were trespassing and breaking and entering. And he steps past you, almost knocking you over, brushing past you. And you see him go to the phone in the living room and pick it up and dial 999. Oh.
No. Oh no. Okay. I think that not physical violence. Can I grab the phone?
He's walked away from the door. He's no longer between you and the door.
Get out.
Get out. Get
Ah.
out.
Get out. Don't just get out.
Out. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just get out.
Annabeth looks at Jesse, looks at Dr. Raff, and I'm gonna do something so impulsive. I am.
Too hard on
I
this.
run out. I run out of the house and across the street, and I start banging frantically on the door opposite.
Wow. Wait. We are leaving the house.
We're like, my thing is, if he's gonna like, everyone knows he's erratic. Everyone knows that he's angry, and he has just trapped 2 school kids in his house that looks like an absolute tip. Who are they gonna believe here?
I think if you start to run across the street, Jesse is going to grab onto you. Actually,
Okay, I let it happen.
Annabeth, we have to go.
Kimberly, you see them running out of the house. Becky, they run past you.
Yes, I'm gonna assume the bikes
Run
are the
past
opposite
me.
way.
The bikes are down the country lane towards the loop.
Yeah.
Okay. I go, right. Okay, well, I've set up all the kindling, so...
Jesus.
Oh, they've gone, okay. Right. Well, I will tip over the bin with all the stuff in it, causing a ruckus on the road. Oh, Scarpa! And then get on the bike, not setting it, and then just cycle away.
Ah.
Well, no. If you guys have got out, there's no need for me to set a fire. And also, as I think what we're sort of saying is that we don't need our faces any more than has been proved by 2 random girl guides who cause a mess. We don't need anything more than that. So I was like, oh, no. So I will go the opposite way because my bike's at the other end. So we'll, the whole road is covered in hedge clippings, dandelions, and a bit of dirt. When I've just panicked because I don't know gardening. I was like, that looks like there's definitely a couple of like actual flowers that we might have pulled up from said garden, thinking they were weeds. So
It's hard to tell sometimes. Becky, you see them flee the house. What do you do?
Okay, so right. Where am I?
Where would you like to be?
I ran. We were running towards a hedgerow?
Yes.
Were we? Okay, so is that in his back garden?
That's in between his backyard and the country lane next to him. It was the quickest place that you could get to out of his sight. You couldn't have gone down the driveway because you would have walked past him. The only place you could have gone was into the garden or into the hedge.
to the back.
And can I go round the house now to get out?
I mean, you can make your way. The hedge is such that you could make it through onto the country lane. So you could go. You're like basically near where their bikes are, and you can either go up the country road towards the loop and find a snicket to head out, or back onto the main road. Snicket for the non-British people is like a little cut between roads, and it doesn't get used enough.
It doesn't.
Snicket. I like that
Snicket,
word. A little snicket.
just a snicket.
A little sneaky thicket. All right. Well, I think that if everyone else is leaving, Becky will want to get out. There's literally no reason for Becky to stay at this point, but she will try to. Her bike is probably over where Kimberly's was, so she's gonna basically try to maneuver her way quietly. She has Moo as well, so it's going to be sneak, I think, to attempt to stop. Just attempt to stop Moo and herself from making any noise.
Go for it.
Please.
I love it when you're about to make rolls and I get to immediately start thinking of what the consequence is going to be if you fail. Okay, 1 success.
1 success.
You are left as you run down the country road. You're heading back towards the main road where your bike is. As you run past the end of Daniel Raff's drive, you sneak a look over your shoulder, and he is standing in the front door, just like hands braced on either side. His face is red. He catches your eye as you go, but he doesn't follow.
Oh no. Oh no, he saw me.